Yo, what's good? Monday Night Raw from November the 10th was a very decent episode of Monday Night Raw. The first hour of the show was quite good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked what they did. Kudos to WWE for making the show worth watching for the first hour. That second hour, not so much, but it is what it is. It happens. But that first that first hour of the show was very solid. Very solid stuff indeed. So we're going to get into Monday Night Raw from November the 10th, 2025, live from Boston, Massachusetts. So we kicked the show off with Triple H. He comes out, he cuts a long promo talking about John Cena and everything else and all that jazz. He talked about a good 3-4 minutes. Then he introduced John Cena. John Cena got a massive reaction. Why wouldn't he? He's in his hometown. Cena says that it was that was an amazing introduction. He said that what happens here is a team effort, but it doesn't happen without the crowd. So he put the crowd over in this one. John Cena said that he's super excited. He's super excited about tonight because with the last time it's now tournament, WWE superstars will showcase their skills to see who will face him for the final time. He says that John Cena's not going to go down without a fight. And Cena wants to make December 13th for Saturday night's main event a night to close one chapter, but also a night of opportunity. It's going to be a chance for people to showcase their skills. He wants to, he said that we'll see WWE superstars showcase their ability against hungry NXT superstars, which is cool. So it might be a main roster version of Worlds Collide, which is fucking awesome. So that could be great. So Cena says that if he had one more last ask, and it was selfish, but he wanted to come to Boston one last time. Cena says that he didn't book the dates or the towns. He's been in London, Brussels, and Perth, and he just wanted to come to Boston one last time. Cena saw his first WWF show, and that was bleeped out, which is good, but great stuff there, though. In the old garden, it means everything to stand. In the TD garden, feel the energy and joy. So then Dom comes out. He gets booted out of the building. People are pissed. Dom begins to speak in Spanish. So Dom says that he is the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time, and the triple A mega champion. So Dom, he's the one who interrupts the old man's celebrations. What's important to him, what's most important is what happens to him, not John Cena. So John Cena didn't take too kindly to this, and Dom said that it's not about John Cena or Boston. John Cena tells Cena to sit in the corner and let Roman handle the business. So the crowd chants, "You fucked up," which was great. Cena says that that's a fine speech, but in the midst of his anger and ego, Dom forgets where he is and who he's talking to. He's John Cena. This is Boston, Massachusetts. In any other place or city, he'd give Dom a chance. Tonight, Cena is invincible. Cena warns Dom to choose his words carefully. If he picks a fight with him, he'll lose. It's the wrong time, wrong place, and wrong guy. John Cena will do Dominic Mysterio a favor, and out of respect for his father Ray, he'll let Dom turn around and walk his ass through the curtain. So Dom says that he looks. Dom's unimpressed. Basically, Dom says Cena will need more than magic to touch him. Dom's not even at his peak yet, and he's already better than Cena in his prime. And he says that anytime, any place, any era, he'd whoop John Cena's ass. So then Triple H agrees with the crowd because they chant "you fucked up," and Triple H makes the match for Dom versus John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship, and this was great. Crowd went berserk for this. So we come back from commercial, and this leads us into the first match of the night. John Cena defeats Dirty Dominic Mysterio to become the new WWE Intercontinental Champion, and John Cena is now a Grand Slam champion, which is great. This was a great moment. I love this. The crowd erupted. So the finish came when Dom was going to go for the frog splash. Cena picked up Dom onto his shoulders and hit a FU/attitude adjustment for the 1-2-3, and John Cena wins. This is great. The crowd erupts. They're throwing babies in the air and everything else. Not really throwing babies in the air, but you know what I mean. But good stuff there. John Cena gets on the mic. He says, thank you so much, Boston. Because of you, the champ is here. And then Cena poses with the title. So good stuff here. This is great. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Match was really good, too. Dom worked well in this match as well. There was one spot in the match where Dom brought a steel chair in the ring. And Cena went down along with Dom. You know, the referee kept the match going and everything else. And John Cena was acting kind of weird, making funny faces and stuff. So he outsmarted Dom in that one. And this is a really fun match. Really fun match. The crowd loved it. I really enjoyed watching this match. It was a really good match. Dom has gotten better. He gets better each week. With each passing week, he gets better and better. Dom has truly come into his own, and Dom is great. He's a gem. Dominic is a star. He's a star. He is definitely a star. With John Cena winning the Intercontinental Championship, that makes perfect sense. He could vacate the title, and Triple H could do another tournament, but I hope he doesn't. I hope that John Cena ends up putting the Intercontinental Championship on the line at Saturday Night's Main Event on December 13th against whoever wins the Last Time Is Now tournament, which I'm hoping that's going to be Obafemi. And I do think that Obafemi will probably end up winning there. So John Cena basically wants this whole thing to be focused on the future, right? So again, I do think that we'll probably get a Worlds Collide-esque type of show for Saturday Night's Main Event, which is great. Maybe we could get like a good 2.5 hours of stuff on that night, and it needs to happen. I feel like it should be like we're watching a premium live event on Peacock. That's where it was at the most recent Saturday Night's Main Event. It was on Peacock. It was not on MSN. My bad. It was not on NBC. It wasn't on there. So, but this was great. Thoroughly enjoyed this. Excellent shit here. Excellent. Really good stuff. Moving on from that, so we go to Gorilla position backstage. So John Cena greets a bunch of superstars from Rey Mysterio. Rey says that Dom needed that ass whooping. John Cena says that Dominic is a good kid and hopes it was a good lesson. Then Cena bumps into Cody Rhodes, and then the two of them, they dap up. Cody gets a mixed reaction for whatever reason, so, there's that. Moving on from that, this leads us into the Last Time Is Now tournament, round 1. Rusev defeats Damian Priest. He wins via the Machka kick for the 1-2-3. Makes sense. Then Rusev does the You Can't See Me taunt. So, and then Rusev says that he can see John Cena. Okay, that's cool there. I do like that. I'm glad that Rusev advanced. He needed it. Damian Priest obviously wasn't going to win anyway. He's still feuding with Aleister Black, so, there is that. Moving on from that. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, they are backstage. AJ Styles says that they are tag team champions and they still want to keep defending the titles. Adam Pearce says he'll line up some opponents for them, and he wants to know if they have a name. So Dragon Lee says Dragons with Style, but Adam Pearce says that he doesn't like that. Same thing with AJ Styles. They'll keep working on it. So Maxine Dupree walks into the scene. Maxine Dupree says she can train all she wants, but she's ready for Becky Lynch. And Adam Pearce says that it'll happen next week in Madison Square Garden. So Becky then attacks Maxine Dupree from behind. She just hits her in the face, throws her into some production crates, and then she says, welcome to the big time. So there's that. That's fine, I guess. Whatever. Becky could have put more into that punch, but who gives a shit? Moving right along. This leads us into CM Punk. He's out next. He gets a pretty good reaction. Punk says that he's going to call out Logan Paul. He said he's not wearing his wrestling gear, but this is Boston, so he'll fight in the street. He said that he got hit last week by a piece of garbage named Logan Paul with brass knuckles. Punk always knew that Logan Paul was a piece of garbage. Punk's not putting his title on the line, but he'll put his boot onto his broccoli headed millennial neck. Punk calls Logan Paul out to the ass whooping he's earned. So Logan Paul shows up, makes fun of CM Punk. He says that he's smarter than everyone in the building. Punk says he's just buying himself time. Logan Paul tells him to shut up. He's been punched by the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather. That's nothing compared to get dropped by Bronson Reed. Since they dropped dead weight Seth Rollins, they made it clear that if you're not with them, you're getting cracked. Logan Paul thought he knew it all. But since taking that tsunami, his eyes have been opened to a whole new vision. So Paul Heyman shows up, along with Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, the Bronze. Paul Heyman gets on the mic and says that Punk is the most unlikable human being he's ever met. Punk is friendless, not because they betrayed him, but because he betrays his friendships. And then Paul Heyman uses him as an example, uses himself as an example. He couldn't be more unlikable unless his name was AJ Lee. Punk says that if his wife were here, she'd leave all four of them in a pool of their own piss and blood. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, bro. Like, get real. But since she's not here, it's up to him. So a brawl's about to break out. Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, they show up. So Punk then grabs Paul Heyman. So Punk then throws Paul Heyman into the barricade. Cody Rhodes gets a steel chair. There's a brawl that breaks out. So, you know, the Vision, they get out of Dodge. And then Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and CM Punk, they stand tall. So Cody, for whatever reason, got a mixed reaction. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Who cares? It's not that important. Clearly, this is setting up for Wargames, so that's fine, I guess. I don't give a damn about that. Moving on. So Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, they're warming up for their tag match. Whatever. So this leads us into Stephanie Vacker defeating Raquel Rodriguez. So she wins. And then post-match, Nikki Bella attacks Stephanie Vacker with the belt. Stephanie Vacker wins via the spiral tap, which I love. That's a really good move. Love it. So Nikki Bella, she hit Stephanie Vacker with the belt, laid her out with it. She took her shirt off, that being Nikki Bella. Well, she ripped it off, and it revealed her fearless top. So she's back to being heel, whatever. I don't give a damn about this shit, but it's fine. But the match was okay. Moving on. So CM Punk and Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes, they're backstage. So Adam Pearce shows up. CM Punk says they're physically okay. But they're done with the Vision and Logan Paul. Adam Pearce wants to know if they're thinking what he's thinking. So then he calls over William Regal. William Regal comes over and screams, "Wargames!" So, whatever. That's fine. We all knew where this was going to lead anyway. Moving on. Sheamus defeats Shinsuke Nakamura to advance in the Last Time Is Now tournament final. So, tournament. So he advances. That's cool. 2 vets going at it. That's good shit, I guess. Sheamus to me is fine. I mean, he's still just a work rate guy. Always has been. So, whatever. He'll eventually win the IC title in due time, So, there's that. Moving on. So, Adam Pearce says that next week, there's going to be a couple matches that's going to take place. One of them is going to be Javon Evans. He's going to be battling Gunther, who's been gone for like 3 months. Okay, that's wild. Well, actually, no, Gunther's been gone for about a good... Yeah, he's been gone... I think he's been gone since after SummerSlam, so that was in August. So, yeah, it's been about 3 months for Gunther. So, there's that. I don't think that Gunther's going to win the tournament, but he will advance. So, we know good and damn well Javon's going to get his ass kicked next week, but it'll be a good showing for Javon. I don't expect for Javon to get called up until probably, I would say, 2027, maybe even 2028, for him to be on the main roster. So they're using him sparingly on the main roster, which is good. So that's fine. And then Solo Sikoa's going to have a mystery opponent. So, that's interesting. That's interesting there. I wonder who that could be. Maybe it could be Oba. So, there is that. Then the main event of the evening, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, they defeat Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss to become the new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions with the help of Nia Jax and Lash Legend. They showed up and got involved in this thing. And, so Nia Jax, she... Her top came off and she showed her titties, so they had to they had to block that shit out. But Nia, yeah, she got some nice ones. I ain't gonna lie, she got some nice ones. And no, I'm not against BBWs, so nah, big girls need love too, Damn, so. So, post-match, there's a massive brawl that breaks out between Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and the Kabuki Warriors. So, Rhea Ripley shows up. Everyone pops massively. So, Rhea beats the shit out of everybody, and then they haul ass. So Rhea just shouts out War Games. So it's going to basically be a women's War Games as well. Who cares? So it's going to be Rhea, Alexa Bliss. No, my bad. Damn it. It's going to be Rhea Ripley. It's going to be Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and who else? It doesn't matter. It's just going to be War Games, right? So, I don't care about this shit at all. I don't. It was a kind of weird way to end the show, but whatever, I guess. It's fine, I guess. It's fine. But me personally, I'm not a fan of War Games. I'm just not. I feel like the concept is way too overdone for AEW and WWE. I feel that War Games this year should just be for the men, and that's it, not for the women, because there's no need for it at all, in my opinion. It's just no need. So for the men, we've got 4-on-4 right now. So Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, probably Drew McIntyre since Cody Rhodes is involved, but apparently Drew McIntyre is filming a movie, and we don't know if he's going to be back in time for Survivor Series. We don't know. I mean, you got 2.5 weeks left, so you never know. And maybe the role is not even that big for Drew. Maybe Drew's just going to be in there for maybe close to a week, and then he'll be back. But I could see Drew being added to Wargames. And I think LA Knight's probably going to be added to Wargames as well. A lot of people are wondering why Cody was there. I think Cody's there because he has nothing else to do, right? Drew got suspended. They wrote him effectively off of television to film. We don't know when he's coming back. But I think Cody's also there for star power, too. Because you got CM Punk there. You got Cody there. So you got both your world champions there. Then you got a mega heel in the Vision. So Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. You got those three there. Then you add Drew McIntyre there as well. That's pretty solid. Because I don't see Roman or Brock Lesnar being needed for War Games. I just don't see that. I really don't. I don't. And the reason why I don't see Brock Lesnar at War Games because it makes no sense. I get that he would be Paul Heyman's and the Vision's insurance policy, but since War Games, since the concept is so long and drawn out, I just don't see Brock Lesnar being in that type of situation. I just don't. So I think what I'm hoping that they do, they just keep it as a 4-on-4. That way you won't have to involve Roman or Brock, right? Because Roman's been in quite a few of them. And I don't think Roman needs to be in any more for a minute. So, I don't know. But Monday Night Raw was pretty solid for the first hour. I did love the John Cena stuff. That was phenomenal. That was tremendous. Good shit there. Main event, kind of weak. Although Nia showing her titties was nice. That was pretty cool. So Nia showing those titties. Good stuff there. You know. So Monday Night Raw, like I say, was pretty okay. This Last Time Is Now tournament, I'm not really all that invested into it. I'm not. I am invested in Saturday Night's Main Event because I think Saturday Night's Main Event should actually be treated like a pay-per-view. We should get like a Worlds Collide type of thing, and that's what I'm hoping that they do. I'm hoping that's what Triple H does. He gets his head out of his sorry ass and at least try to do something different. And so Saturday Night's Main Event is going to be primarily focused on the future, which is great. So good stuff there. But Monday Night Raw, for the most part, was pretty okay. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.